What's up guys, welcome back. I'm Lorena from Green Healthy Cooking, and today I'm going to show you how to make a chicken rice casserole that your whole family will love. So the first thing that you have to do is slice and then finely chop an onion and crush and finely chop 2 cloves of garlic, and then transfer them to a pan that is oiled and that you've preheated over medium heat, and stir fry until they're translucent and just about to turn brown. When they're just about to turn brown, that's when you want to remove your onions and garlic and add them to an oven-proof dish. Add a cup of white basmati or white jasmine rice. I do not recommend brown rice for this recipe because the broccoli would overcook in the time it takes for the brown rice to cook. So use white rice, and then it's time to add all the spices that we're going to use for the casserole, and that's sea salt and pepper, the zest of a whole lemon, and then plenty of poultry seasoning. Then it's time to get back to the chopping board and cube 2 chicken breasts. You're going to want to cube them into about 1-inch pieces. Add those to your casserole. Then it's time to grab another chopping board and cut up a head of broccoli into little florets. Add those to your casserole as well. And now we're going to prepare the liquid that everything is going to be cooking in. So you're going to want to bring 1 3/4 cup of broth to a boil. Since a little bit will evaporate, you're going to need 1.5 cups at least. You're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of crème fraîche or sour cream to your broth. Whisk it really well so the sour cream melts into the broth, and then pour the liquid over the broccoli, chicken, and rice. Now go ahead and stir everything together, and once it's completely combined, you're going to want to use a spatula and press all the ingredients down into the liquid. You want to make sure that all the rice and all the chicken is submerged in the broth. If a little bit of the broccoli sticks out, that's not a big problem, but the chicken and the rice have to be submerged or else they won't cook. So once you pressed everything down into the broth, take a baking sheet, flip it upside down and place it on top of your oven-proof baking dish. Now, if your baking dish is a little bit elevated at the ends, you're going to have to use aluminum foil because you really want a tight seal so the rice can steam. If you're lucky and your baking dish is flat like mine, you can use a baking dish and avoid aluminum foil. Put your casserole with the baking dish in the 400-degree preheated oven for 20 minutes. And once the 20 minutes baking time is over, you take the casserole out of the oven, remove the baking sheet. You sprinkle about 5 ounces of some sort of melty cheese. I like to make a combination of mozzarella and Parmesan and Swiss cheese. You sprinkle it all over the casserole ingredients, and then you return it into the oven, but this time under the broiler. The higher up your casserole is, closer to the broiler, the nicer your cheese will melt. So put it under the broiler for 5 minutes and keep an eye on it because this can burn pretty quickly. So after the about 5 minutes, and when your cheese is brown and bubbly, it's time to remove the casserole from the oven. Now it's finished, and if you want, you can sprinkle it with a little bit of freshly chopped basil, and it's time to serve. This casserole is so delicious. It's the perfect weeknight dinner recipe, and it makes for amazing leftovers because you can reheat it in the pan the next day, or up to 4 days. Actually, you can keep that in the fridge for up to 4 days and use it as a meal prep recipe. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you try it, please don't forget to snap a picture and show me. I want to see, I want to know how you liked it. And if ever you want to cook a whole rotisserie chicken but have the rice and the broccoli on the side, I have a broccoli rice casserole as well, alone, here on the YouTube channel. Bye.